Welcome back to the Fuel Show. Still to come, Dennis is going to be in the pits. Now, the Mercedes-Benz car company is part of the Daimler-Chrysler group. They lay claim to inventing things like the diesel engine. But these days, Mercedes is more famous for building some of the world's finest luxury cars. This year's Mercedes-Benz E-Class gets some subtle changes to the body and a big change in horsepower. Here's Dennis and Ian with a behind the wheel on the 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550.
The first category for the new Mercedes-Benz E550 is QFactor. It's the gadget or tech score, and I lose my keys all the time, and I'm really lazy, so I like the keyless go, the keyless entry system.
At least he's honest. Panoramic roof would be my choice as the #1 thing. It's basically a dual sunroof system. The rear is fixed and the front can tilt and open like a regular sunroof, but it gives the illusion that the entire panel is a glass piece that can be opened to enjoy the sunshine. Another nice thing is a 4-zone climate control that actually is 4 zones. I sat in each one of the seats and tested whether or not I could get hot air in one corner and cold air into the other part of the car, and it really does work.
The other cool thing is it's got these optimal driving headlights that basically take into account weather and road conditions, and they adapt for, whatever you're driving in.
Yeah, it does a really nice job of being able to illuminate what's in front of you no matter what conditions you're in. So for QFactor,
4.25.
it's a Mercedes.
Curb Appeal is up next for the new E550, and what I really like are the minor exterior changes this year. It's got new front and rear bumpers, and the headlights and taillights are new and give it a neat new look.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job with the E-Class, and the thing that the E-Class can give to the consumer is this. The S-Class is kind of over the top. The C-Class can be considered a little entry level. The E-Class is right in the middle of the road. It's elegant and it's stylish, and I'm glad that they haven't done anything spectacular with the car as far as adding wings or kits or anything that's really over the top. So for me, the score is going to be really high.
Well, the one we drove was a sport package, so it had the 18-inch 10-spoke wheels. It also had a lowered suspension setup on it. I think overall, 3.75.
Absolutely.
Moving right along the performance for the new 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550, and we talked about minor exterior changes, but the big changes this year are under the hood with 80 more horsepower.
Yeah, that's right, 80 more horsepower, and even more important than that, 52 more pounds-feet of torque. Now, the new motor is not only more responsive and just more get up and go.
Yeah.
Nice little growl from the exhaust note. You throw in behind that a 7-speed transmission that's driver adaptive logic. Now, what I mean by that is you have the shifter, and you can manually shift the transmission, but if you drive it hard, it will shift hard. If you drive it soft, say if Ian's driving it, it'll shift softer.
Then it shifts hard.
Nah, it'll shift soft. He drives like a little old lady, that's okay. Really what it is it's a way for Mercedes to let the car drive the way you want it to, the way that'll feel good to you. And that, in my book, really bumps the score up.
Yeah, if you really stomp on it, 5.20 to 60 and 13.8 in the quarter mile, I think overall performance is pretty solid. 4?
I think he's right on the money.
Fit and Finish is up next for the new E550, and one of the touches that I really like are the new white gauges. They stand out, they're really strong, They've got a great presence from the dash.
Yeah, it's, Fit and Finish is kind of a strange thing. Sometimes we look at it of how we open the doors or say how we feel when we touch things inside the car, but Fit and Finish just kind of goes simultaneously with the word Mercedes. I mean, it's a Mercedes. I say this and I'll say it again and again. You can take that book that says J.D. Power. You can take that book that says Consumer Reports. Take them, toss them out the window.
Because they test toasters.
I say that a lot. I don't like those magazines. I'm sorry. I know what it feels like to get in a Mercedes, and it doesn't feel like you're getting in an '84 Chrysler K car. They may have some sort of weird roots that connect them together, but it's still a Mercedes. That 3-pointed star on the hood gives you something, and that thing is build quality.
4.25. Our final category for the new E550 is drivability. It's the overall usefulness on a day-to-day basis that a car has, and the one thing is the uncompromising safety features that this car has that makes it drivable.
That's true. I mean, there's nothing you can think of for safety that this car doesn't already have. For me, it goes beyond safety. The drivability of this Mercedes is that it hits so many targets at once. It's classy, it's sporty, it's fun to drive, great sound, great amenities. It really can hit everyone, and it can hit a lot of people in the pocketbook just right. Tested about $65,000. Now that seems like a lot of money, but hey, we test them, we don't buy them.
Yeah, when you're talking about a maxed out Mercedes-Benz with all the features, I think the one thing that a car like this offers to somebody is kind of a subtle, unassuming elegance that not a lot of other cars on the road can offer.
Yeah, you can wear a suit, you can even wear one of these outfits, and you'll look right at home. How's the score?
4.
Right in the money.
Let's review the scores that Dennis and Ian gave the 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550. For QFactor, they gave it a 4.25. In curb appeal, a 3.75. For performance, a 4.0. And Dennis and Ian gave the 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550 a 4.25 for fit and finish. And finally, a straight 4 in drivability. The total score for the 2007 Mercedes-Benz E550 is 20.25 out of a possible 25.
Don't forget, if you want to find out more about what you saw on today's show or on another episode of Fuel, just go to the website, thefuelshow.com.
That's right. There's race news, behind the wheel. All of our segments are all on the website. You can also email us at fuel@thefuelshow.com to make sure you get your car that you want to see reviewed on the show. And you can see the pictures I posted of Ian last night.
When we return on The Fuel Show, Dennis will be back in the pits.